Daily Pink Slip. From riches to rags, we're counting down 10 celebrities who went broke. Number 10, Burt Reynolds. This mustachioed actor known for Deliverance, The Longest Yard, Smokey and the Bandit, and The Longest Yard, again, made quite the fortune for himself by the 1980s, and by 1996 it was all gone. He blamed his divorce from Lonnie Anderson for the majority of that. Then he blamed mismanagement, and eventually just plain old bad luck. In 2014, he offered up his own memorabilia for auction, including the Golden Globe Award he won in 1998. He was also recently seen on Jeopardy trying to win enough money to pay down his massive debt. Number 9, MC Hammer. You knew he was going to be on this list. After the release of Please Hammer Don't Hurt Him, Mr. Hammer had amassed a fortune of $33 million. But after buying 17 cars and a $12 million mansion with Hammer Time on the gate, the fortune was all but gone. Of course, he was also sued by Rick James for stealing the beat for You Can't Touch This, and he even owed $500,000 to Deion Sanders at one point. His most recent success was that Cash for Gold commercial he did, where he made fun of the fact that he lost all of his money. MC Hammer ultimately proved that you can never be too legit to quit your day job. Number 8, Wesley Snipes. Star of Blade and Demolition Man, this tough guy actor proved that no amount of sweet martial arts moves could get him out of paying taxes. In fact, he completely forgot to pay them altogether. For 5 years! Whoopsie! In 2010, he was sent to prison for federal tax evasion, where part of his punishment was to watch the 6-hour rough cut of White Men Can't Jump. After 3 years, he was released, and he's already given us the cinematic gift of starring in The Expendables 3. Number 7, Brendan Fraser. Maybe you know him from The Mummy, maybe George of the Jungle, but he'll always be best remembered as that lovable bumbling Mountie in the live-action adaptation of Dudley Do-Right. And as of late, he hasn't been getting a whole lot of work. He owes $900,000 a year in child support to his ex-wife, but recently went to court to try and reduce that amount. Fraser was quoted saying, "The Encino Men residuals alone barely pay my heating bill." He was once worth $45 million, but he spent 2/3 of that alone on hair restoration procedures. Worth every penny. Number 6, Nicolas Cage. Where do I begin? He's been in a lot of movies, and then even more movies. At his peak, he was pulling down more than $40 million a year and more than $150 million between 1996 and 2011 alone. And before he knew it, it was all gone in 60 seconds. This guy can spend money. He bought 15 houses, a fleet of exotic cars, including this Ferrari Enzo, 4 yachts, and well, you get the idea. He spent it as fast as he made it. Plus, he didn't pay his taxes to the tune of a $13 million penalty. He dumped the houses and a bunch of the other shit, but really, he's not broke. He's still making a fuckload of money. He's just really shitty with his checkbook. Number 5, Sinbad. As it turns out, this house guest star is gonna have to jingle all the way to Chapter 7 bankruptcy. In fact, this is the second time he's had to file bankruptcy since 2009. He told Oprah that he didn't live large and that if he had the chance, he wouldn't go back and change a thing. Meanwhile, he's heaped under a debt of over $10 million. If you want to live as humbly as Sinbad, you can purchase his book, Sinbad's Guide to Life, for, well, yeah. He also appeared on a 2010 season of The Celebrity Apprentice. He was later fired. Number 4, Wayne Newton. This Las Vegas singer was listed in the 1983 Guinness Book of World Records as the highest paid entertainer in the world. By 1992, he declared bankruptcy after blowing millions trying to sue NBC for libel. In 2005, the IRS came after $1.8 million in back taxes. Just take one look at this aging superstar and you can see that he spent a good portion of his cash on trying to find the fountain of youth. He didn't, by the way. Number 3, Toni Braxton. An R&B superstar of the 90s, she sold over 67 million records and 41 million albums worldwide. According to her, she only received a few $1,000s of this money and unsuccessfully sued her record label for the rest. After the failure of that lawsuit, she filed for bankruptcy and had to give up some of the awards that she won to attempt to pay down her debt. She filed for bankruptcy again in 2010, but still successfully purchased a $3 million mansion. Her explanation? She had good credit. Yeah, I don't know about all that. Anyway, she's broke. Number 2, Willie Nelson. This outlaw country musician, actor, and all-around mellow dude ran into some trouble when he... Oh, come on, Willie, you didn't pay your taxes either? So, in the mid-'80s, the IRS started digging around in Willie's past and he owed something like $6 million in back taxes and $10 million in penalties. He lost everything, including his homestead ranch, which resulted in him releasing an album called The IRS Tapes, Who Will Buy My Memories? So much for subtlety. Well, a fan purchased his ranch and gave it back to him, so that was cool. And eventually he settled his debt by 1993. Number 1. Mickey Rooney. Throughout his career, he starred in over 300 films, making him a venerable Hollywood legend. He was also drafted in World War II, where he served and also performed for the troops, earning him a Bronze Star. He really started to face financial hardship toward the end of his life. Rooney was so poor, he resorted to selling his own autographs just to stay afloat. His family abused his bank account so badly that he had his wife and all but one of his children completely written out of his will. In the end, he was unable to afford his own burial plot. Mickey Rooney died at the age of 93. Sorry to end on such a downer. Hey guys, thanks for watching. We put up brand new videos every week, so hit that subscribe button and you won't miss a single one. And remember, if you watched this video at work and you still have a job, then you just dodged the Daily Pink Slip.